Yo, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good day. Happy Monday. Oh man, Solana's doing some amazing things. I can't wait to show you guys like the weekly chart and stuff. Like it's it's insane what's going on. I'm so excited for what's happening in Solana. Uh it's gonna be awesome. This I think we're gonna see a really awesome like next month. Definitely a cool next week. So I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. Guys, if you're here, thank you so much. Hope you're having a great morning. Please, if you can, give this video a like, share it with a friend, chat up, whatever it is. We love any interaction, and we really appreciate it. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. And we're going to get into some Solana technical analysis and also check out like what is Solana going to do? Where could it go? How far away is a new all-time high? Stuff like that. Because I think with what we're seeing with Solana, we have a pretty big opportunity here. Pretty big opportunity that I'm stoked about. And I'm ready. Oh man, I hope you guys had a good weekend. It was hot where I was at. It was like I think it hit 94 degrees where I'm at. I went on a couple motorcycle rides by the beach so I could just like cool off and be cooler down there. But I live like pretty close to the beach, so it's nice. I ride the one one interstate that follows the beach. It's so nice. It was a great weekend. Yeah, I'm ready for this morning. I think I got everything working properly too. Like last stream on last Friday, like because I'm streaming TikTok, YouTube, and X now. The YouTube stream randomly just ended, and the X or TikTok stream also just randomly ended because it said I wasn't like active or something. So I'm trying to figure out how to make sure that doesn't happen this stream. But X always works. My X stream like never fails me, always works. So yeah. But sometimes the TikTok and the YouTube, it's like weird. Multi-streaming is kind of weird. But I'm figuring it out. I mean, we've been streaming now consistently for about a month. I think we're like a month in on streaming, like at least once a week. Sometimes I had to not do it because trip or whatever or work stuff, but we've been streaming. I think now we just hit a month because I think I started in June, so we're a little over a month now. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Streaming's fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. But I've been having fun streaming. I never really thought I would be a streamer or like streaming all the time, but hey, it's fun. It's helpful. I'm hope it's helpful for me. I hope it's helpful for you guys. And understanding how I do my TA, how I look at price action, how I look at my indicators, and all that. Yeah. I kind of want to do a fun stream too. Maybe one where it's like a Friday game night or something where I play like just games, hang out, chat with people. I also want to get like guests on the stream. That's what I really would like to do, is get guests on the stream that are like way cooler than me, that can like show some cool insight into like Solana or something that's getting built, something like that. I can't wait to do something like that. Welcome in, everyone. I see some people are still joining up on the stream. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Nice. Welcome in. It's gonna be a good Monday. Already a great start to our week. I think our chart is gonna do exactly what we wanted to, where we retest our weekly time frame line. But yeah, I cannot wait. And nothing really. I guess there was something that happened this weekend in regards to the news, and that was Biden dropping out of the race. Kind of crazy seeing him drop out of the race for the next president for the United States, but we'll see. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for liking the stream. Thank you so much. But that was crazy. That was crazy. He backed out. Kind of expected it, honestly. Like, he should not run again. He's about to die. Like, he's so old. He's not healthy. Like, I honestly feel bad for him because I think they're honestly like treating him pretty poorly for making him be that old and still running for president. But I'm honestly kind of happy for him that he's not running again because he should not run again. He is not healthy. Like, he is not okay. But yeah, that was kind of crazy news that he dropped out of the race for the next president. Yeah, let's see. Should we just get into it this morning? Not even waste time. Just get right into it. I don't have any. I should have made another cup of coffee. Good morning. What up, guys? Mountain Life. What up, might be Alpha CTO. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you to everyone who's on the streams, liking the streams, being a part of it this morning. I really appreciate every interaction is huge and so helpful. So thank you so much. Thank you really so much for being here. But let's take a look. Let me swap some of the screen views so you guys can see. Well, we're gonna start off on the weekly time frame because it's doing exactly what we wanted it to. So let's swap it over. Okay, so let's get into this technical analysis because Solana is on the brink of doing a pump, breaking its previous high that we recently had, which was like 211. That's on its all-time high, right? It's got to break its all-time high, which was like 260, I think, was Solana's previous all-time high. But we just had a key breakout of our weekly pendant, and I think we're about to break our previous high, which is this little peak up here. That little peak right there, you see my little resistance zone from the Heiken Ashi if I go back to that. But dude, it's looking nice. I would love for us to retest this line and then pop off. Like, I hope this candle's the retest and then we just send it from there. Because I would like to enter again on this line and then ride it for a really nice position, because that would be, if we break 200 again, 211 again, oh my gosh. Then from there, it's the next all-time high, which is 260. And then if we break that, dude, then we send it. Welcome in, Mountain Life. Good morning. You love it. Thank you for being here, dude. Really, really appreciate it. But yeah, look at that chart right now. That is a beautiful, like, let's zoom in on that. Look at that. That breakout right there. That is such a strong breakout. Look at the Heiken Ashi version of the weekly. Boom. Engulfing candle and then a massive next candle. Like, dude. Oh my gosh. It's going to be, I think Solana's about to rip. I mean, we, over the weekend, right? In the last like 2 days of this candle, it hit a peak of, was it 185? Yeah, 185 was its peak that it hit. That Solana hit over the weekend. We went from a 130 Solana, $139 Solana in the start of last week to a pump to a 185 Solana. That's almost a $50 boost up in the price, like massive jump. And now we're kicking it off with another strong week. It might be a blue candle week, right? As we see, it might be a blue candle, but that's fine. What I would love is to see a retest on this line. I really would like to see that, because then it just gives a good entry for a great long position to hold for a good amount of time. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this. I'm pretty stoked about what Solana's doing right now. Yeah, literally, like every day it's at least a $10 little jump in price. But this formation is like, what I'm seeing with it is like a textbook like pennant formation and a textbook breakout. That's like, oh, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. I'm so excited for what it's gonna do. And the weekly, let's see what the weekly MACD, it's like way up here. Yeah. The weekly MACD is starting to even curve back up to break over the white line again. The smooth moving averages are very very heavily separated and have a massive gap between each other, which is great, right? The longer these stay apart and the longer price is above the white line, we continue on that bullish move, right? We continue on the bullish trend. I don't think the bullish trend is going away right now anytime soon. So I'm just gonna clean my glasses real fast. They're a little dirty. I forgot to clean them before the stream. All right. Mic is still working. If anything's not working properly, just please let me know. Like if my mic's not working or something. Sometimes like weird stuff like that happens out of the blue and I'm like, what the heck? I didn't even know. So please, if something's not working properly, let me know. And I'll fix it ASAP. Yeah, I'm very excited on this textbook breakout here. Let's look at the day time frame too. That's beautiful. See that? That's 1, 2, 3 day candles outside of this pennant that have formed, which is the weekend, right? The weekend had this pump. These last 2 candles, right? We had the breakout on Friday when we were looking at it. It closed out, then had Saturday, Sunday, and now Monday with a little bit of a correction. So, and the day MACD is starting to push up pretty high. It's still got a lot of space before it might even like, yeah, I think it's got a lot more room to go up on this MACD, like all the way up here, and then maybe a correction. But even then, maybe here could stop in this by this peak. Like there's 2 of these size peaks on the MACD, so it could go up a little bit further or could go up like this one. But I'm watching that day MACD to see how high will that go and what will it provide for us. Let's look at the Heiken Ashley day time frame. Oh, it's got strong momentum still. Very strong momentum. But we've been watching this since like over here, right? We watched Solana hit 120 price range 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and every single time support held so nicely at that point and bounced off. And now I think this is the last time for a while that we see it hit 120 and it's now broken out of our pennant, and now it's going to be just wicking off hard and sending up. This is the next key point that I really want to see is what is Solana going to do when it starts hitting like 192 to, is it 203? Yeah, like $203. Like what is price going to do in this box? That's what my next like target to really pay attention is. What is Solana going to do in this box here, this resistance point? Is it going to break through very easily, or is it going to turn into a resistance where it kind of bounces back, maybe retests and then pops off? But we got to see. We got to give it time, right? We have to be patient with this. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Nice. Dang, this stream's doing really well already. We got 22 people on X. We have I think a couple people on YouTube and TikTok. So this is good. This is good. Love it. Yeah. So if you're looking at this chart and you're not bullish, I don't know what to tell you. Like this is the chart to be really excited about. And we're kind of already in the move. Like the move has already started and it's already kind of like kicked off, right? Like in this day, like we're well outside of this pennant. We've already testing this high. When we break above this high, right, would be like 188. We got to break a 188 price to break this previous high. And then after that, let's fix this. This is a little off, actually. I just realized. This is off. Let's fix it. There we go. That's a little better. I mean, we're already 1, 2, 3 candles right outside of the pennant. And so it's a great confirmation of breakout. It's not like it's a little fake out, like, oh, it barely broke out and it's fighting. No, it broke out nicely and is moving rapidly to a new all-time high. Or not a new all-time high, sorry. Rapidly to test the $200 range again. Good morning, Jamie or Jaime. Good morning, Jaime. I hope I'm saying that right. I hope it's not Jamie, but I think it's Jaime. Good morning, Jaime. Hope you're having a great day, dude. Thank you so much for being, or dude or girl. It's kind of hard to tell with the bear PFPs. But hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for being on the stream, and happy Monday. We're kicking off the start to a brand new weekly candle, and we're going to see how this goes. But I think we have a good confirmation of a weekly or a bullish trend beginning, and we're going to see $200 sold soon. I think it could take a week, it could be in the next month, but it's gonna happen sooner or later. And I think this is the time, like in this early part of the trend, this is the time that you want to make sure you're setting up those positions, looking at it properly, so you're ready to take action when needed, and be ready at the right moment. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, Jaime. Perfect. I had a buddy in high school growing up named Jaime. So I was like, I think that's Jaime. That'd be kind of a weird name to spell Jamie. Weird way to do it. But yeah. So I am in a very bullish state when it comes to Solana. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like, I'm really excited about this chart. Let's look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is also breaking out nicely, right? It just keeps consolidating, consolidating, and then hopefully it pops up. I really want to see it start testing $190 Solana. So we might, this might be a good opportunity for a little pop right here. Like, just like it did on each of these, consolidate, pop, consolidate, pop, consolidate, pop. But we gotta see. I want to check on the MACD here. So the MACD on the 4 hour is actually touching our blue line, and actually it could present a little short opportunity, which that short opportunity might be the retest on our trend line, on our weekly trend line, which is what we've been looking for, right? We've been looking for that retest so we can get an entry if it does, right? If it does retest that trend line. It might not, but we got to watch it, right? But the 4 hour is looking like we might see some down movement soon, which could present an opportunity for an entry, for a long hold into a long position, to where it sees maybe $200 or more on Solana. And the SMA, look at that, SMMA right here. That is very nicely all broken over the 200-day moving average, right? 21 days above the 50 and the 200, holding that bullish trend, right? Very bullish confirmation there on the SMAA or 3 smooth moving average, right? I'll be watching this to see what this presents. If it presents a nice little move back down to the white line, I would like to take that. And then, but it wouldn't be a long hold if I'm doing a short position there. Like, it would not be long because we are in a nice long position, a bullish trend. So I wouldn't want to hold that too long because I don't want to get caught it pumping again. I would want to just take profit quickly and just make a little quick scalp. Yeah, like the 1 hour. 1 hour is kind of being a little weird here. 1 hour MACD is kind of doing some funky stuff. Let's see the hike and Ashy here. Oh, we just got a got a bullish engulfing candle on the 1 hour. And the MACD looks like it's starting to curve up. Like, it might be doing a little funky, like this keep curving up and down, right? I think on this, I would want to pay attention to more the 4 hour of what this does, right? Because the 4 hour is going to be a stronger indication than the 1 hour. Every time you go up in time frame, it's just a stronger indication. So for me, I would want to see, what does this do? Is this going to go lower, back down like it did here? Like do a little like loop, loop, and then back up? Or is it going to do one where it like goes down pretty far down to this side of the blue line, and then, right, which could, if it does that, could show us a retest on the weekly time frame trend line. But we gotta see what it actually does in the long run, because it might not actually go down much further than where it's at now. But the 1 hour is showing some bullish engulfing candles, and every time we see one of those, it kind of gives a nice pop, right? Bullish engulfing, pop, which could be like this 4 hour, right? The 4 hour showing the little consolidation pop, little consolidation pop, little consolidation. Could it pop? It could. So the 1 hour could actually be showing that maybe we're going to see a little pop like this again right here to test up here on our resistance point. I want to see too. Let's look at two, because if you remember, I've talked about this before in streams, but maybe you're new to my stream and you haven't heard this before. The whatever Bitcoin does, right? Solana is gonna follow. Sometimes they do different things. It's very rarely, or if they do different things, it's very micro. But most of the time, whatever Bitcoin's doing, Solana will do, and then whatever Solana does, coins like Jupe and Bonk and sub L2 coins will also follow. So I think something that could be helpful this morning is if we also look at what is Bitcoin doing right now. What is the Bitcoin chart? And excuse my chart right now because I used it for the thumbnail, but I made it like all green, right? It's pretty ugly. Let me fix that real fast. Let me fix this real fast. The canvas, right? We're gonna go like that. Symbols, we're gonna go white, and then blue. Okay, so we are on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. Let's go to normal candles. So it's looking pretty similar to what Solana was looking like this morning, but a different pennant shape, right? It's more like a channel, like almost like a little, right? You have these right here. Let's make this a different color. And then you got like this like down angle here. Right? It's like an expanding wedge on the weekly time frame. So Bitcoin is now pushing up to 67,000. It had its bottom around 50, 53, 54. I would love to see Bitcoin retest this peak here, which is 72, which is like its all-time high, right? It would need to retest its all-time high and break out to really see what is the move happening here. Or is this going to be heavy resistance again that causes Bitcoin to break and fall back down on this line again? But we got to see what it's going to do, right? Let's see on the day time frame. Yeah, it's pretty like, let's move this guy up here. Right? So we got this like, kind of like a weird formation. But I'm pretty sure that's an expanding triangle, right? Like it's I think that's the proper term for that one. Let's look. I'll get my chart real fast that I like to use. Let's see. See, I like to look at, yep, this is my This is one of my favorite images to look at when I'm trying to look at chart patterns. So it looked like we had like an expanding, which should be a reversal pattern. Is it reversal? Yeah. Bearish expanding triangle or a bullish expanding triangle. Is there any other expanding? So the thing here is with this bearish expanding triangle, it shows upward movement, but then the expanding triangle is like in a vertical up shape, right? Like, and this one looks like an expanding triangle, but it's in a downward motion rather than an upward motion, if that makes sense. See how this one's at a steep angle upward? Maybe I'm looking at this too like nitty gritty, and maybe it is a bearish expanding triangle and could be a reversal pattern, but I just don't think that matches on that chart pattern. It's not this. It's not a bearish triple top. It could I guess it could if it retests that 72 range again. But it could be a symmetrical expanding triangle, which could be like, it can go either direction. We don't really know what it's doing, right? I feel like Bitcoin's in a weird place right now. Oh, pow pow. Later, Gator. See you, Mountain Life. Thank you so much for being in the stream. Really appreciate it. Thank you everyone who's been in the stream. But Bitcoin's showing, like, for me, a funky pattern. Now, if I zoom in, right, we're on the daytime frame. Let's delete this guy. We had this little, let's see, let's get my, we had this little downtrend right here, which it has broken out of that, right? This little downtrend that I had right there has broken out of this little trend, right? Of a lower high, lower high, lower low, and now it broke out higher high, higher. This is the previous high, higher high, right? So it has broken a little bit of a downtrend, which could be an indication of retest here. Let's go to Heiken Ashi, right? Let's get a little box. Right, we have this kind of area that resistance could be at. There we go. And I would want to see what price does on the day time frame in this box, right? On this resistance point, which is 70,000 to 72,000, pretty much. So like, what is price with Bitcoin gonna do when it starts hitting a $70,000 Bitcoin again, right? Will it hit a $70,000 Bitcoin, or will momentum kind of slow, and will we see a retest down here on this line, right? Or a little consolidation? Will we see kind of like a little where's my brush? Will we see like a straight retest here and then maybe a bounce down and then a push out? Or will we see that it goes down a little bit first and then a test, and will it break out, or will it fall through and fall back lower, right? I like to follow some people who definitely, I don't do as much TA on Bitcoin. I do a lot of more focus on Solana specifically, but the moon is a great resource because they like only focus on Bitcoin. The moon is a great place that I like to look at. Like, what are they talking about when it comes to the Bitcoin? They've been a trusted source that I like to look at on what is their thesis on what's happening with Bitcoin. And let's look right now. Let's see if I can find what they've been saying, because they do live streams way more than I do, and they always like post little techno analysis. Let's see, the moon right there. Let's check out what they said this morning. XRP, Bitcoin. Still need to close a daily candle above this support and resistance. Okay. So they're looking at what is... Let's look at the chart. Let me show you where they're on the day time frame. Okay. Let me show you what they're looking at right here. So this little resistance point, right? Okay. This is resistance area, which they had 2 touches on. They're wondering what are candles going to do here? Let's look at the day time frame, right? So it looks like it tried to break out of this little box, this resistance point, and looks like it's starting to have a little battle here. So if it closes, right, if the day time frame begins to close below this and gets rejected on the support, this resistance area, that could be indication that it's actually probably going to go a little lower before it goes and retests this $70,000 range again, which is a key point of resistance that we need to start paying attention to. That's why I like looking at kind of what they're saying. I think it's helpful to not only just take your own, but like what are other very smart people in the space saying? What are they expecting? And let's look at that, because if you look at this day candle here, and this is a bearish engulfing candle, right? Right now, it's a bearish engulfing candle here. It's engulfing this bullish candle. I meant to do this. Sorry. It's a bearish engulfing candle. And the last one we had here, there was a little small correction down and then a pop off, right? So maybe we get a bearish engulfing candle with a little move down and then a pop off. But if it makes a lower low, right? If here... Bitcoin breaks this price range right here, right? If price came down and broke past this line, right? It came down and like broke past that line right there. That could be an indication maybe we go a little lower before we go higher and retest the $70,000 range. But if it's able to price stay above this previous low, that could be an indication like, okay, this might turn into a support instead of resistance, and then we test $70,000 Bitcoin again, which would be amazing. Like to retest $70,000 and retest the all-time high, very good indication for the crypto market as a whole, especially if we want to see Solana start breaking $200 SOL again. That'd be a good indicator that we could easily break through a $200 if Bitcoin's breaking its previous all-time high, which was 72. What was it exactly? It's like 72,000. 72,000 was what it was. Was the previous high, all-time high for Bitcoin. Or maybe I'm not looking further. Yeah, right here. 72,000 or 73,826. 73,826 was the previous all-time high of Bitcoin. So we would want to test this, break out of this resistance before we even think about a new all-time high. I think Bitcoin's got a lot more space to go, a lot more battling to do on the charts before we even consider Bitcoin hitting an all-time high again. So we got time. Which time just gives us opportunity for entry, right? If it goes lower, that's a good entry point. If we're looking at the charts, right, we're trying to predict or do an educated guess on where I should present my best entry for this long position, because I think what the charts are showing is that we will soon see great movement up in a bullish momentum in the upward direction. But when and when will we enter at the best possible point, right? So I think the charts are showing that something really, really amazing is coming and a big opportunity is coming. And how will we prepare ourselves for that? So yeah, that's what I'm trying to prepare for myself, is like, I know something good is coming on our charts, right? Potential retest for Solana at 200, potential retest on Bitcoin at 70,000 plus, And with that comes great opportunity for us as investors and traders, because you might be like a spot trader who just buys on dips and then holds for long periods of times. You might be a day trader like me, who's sometimes trading on the 1 hour to 15 minute to the 1 minute time frame. Or you might be just someone who's a spectator and you just like watching what's going on in the crypto space, because you might still be on the fence on if this stuff is even worth partaking in. And that's fine. But it's important to be an educated investor when you're doing this stuff and not be someone who's just like, oh, you ought to go higher. Because what if it actually doesn't? What if we're wrong, right? What if Bitcoin can't break this resistance point and actually goes like way lower than people thought, of like the 50s or maybe in the 40s or 30s down here, right? What if? Anything's possible. And the massive hedge funds, right? Like BlackRock, Grayscale, all those, why would they not want Bitcoin to go lower before they make it rip and go higher, right? It's just a bigger bag of Bitcoin they can get at a way cheaper price, at a massive discount. So why wouldn't they want that? I'm not saying that's going to happen. I honestly don't know if it will. But you got to pay attention to be an educated investor and watch the charts. I mean, I'm watching these daily. Every single day, I'm looking at this, doing technical analysis, trying to get the best thesis on what is going to happen today, what's going to happen the next week, what's going to happen in the next month. And so I'm trying to learn and be always educated on what's going on in the space and what's going on in the charts. And so I'm trying to help you guys with these streams and stuff, be that educated investor and educated trader, depending on however you like to invest. Because you don't have to do it like me. You could be a spot trader who just likes to put little bits on dips, all right, and then just hold for long periods of time, and that's fine. Everyone does it their own way. You might not be able to sit at the charts like I do and look, or have that opportunity to do things like I do, so that's fine. Trade what you're able to trade with, or trade with the time you're able to trade with too. Yeah. So that's Bitcoin. I think we're at a key point right now with Bitcoin on this resistance point that the moon was kind of showing, right? If we can hold this area of resistance and if it pops off, that's great. But if it doesn't hold, could be an indication maybe we go lower. They're looking for this resistance point, right? This resistance point, they want it to flip into support. That'd be a key indication of going higher, but we got to see what it does. We got to see what happens in the next day or two. What is this chart that they're showing? Bitcoin cycles, the boring zone. Okay. Oh, this is actually a pretty cool chart. So they're kind of showing, right, in previous cycles, right, when in previous cycles when Bitcoin went absolutely berserk, it always had a pretty boring zone where price is kind of doing something stupid. People are like very much speculating, is it going to go lower, is it going to go higher, what is price going to do? And the moon shows this awesome chart. I really like this chart of basically here we are today, right? In 2011, 2012, before the massive pump, it had a boring zone of just sideways trading after a big move up, and then a big massive banana zone, right? They call it, of a pump up of a new all-time high. You see that in 2014 to 2016, boring zone, banana zone, right? And we are here today at 2024. We are in a boring zone where potentially, if this is correct and history repeats itself, we have a banana zone coming very, very soon. Very soon. And then when that banana zone comes, we might begin seeing like $100,000 Bitcoin, right? We might start seeing that 6-digit Bitcoin. We might start seeing $200, $300, $400, $500 Solana. We might start seeing, $5 jupe. Bonk could take a massive rip, right? Bonk could actually start going crazy. Maybe take a zero off a bonk, get bonked to like a $5 billion market cap or something crazy, right? So many things. Like once Bitcoin gets into that banana zone, the domino effect is just awesome for the entire ecosystem as a whole. And when I say ecosystem, I mean cryptocurrencies, right? From L1s to L2s. when the tide rises like that, all tides rise. Well, no, I can't say all, right? Some coins don't. Some coins stay low. But if you've done your research on a coin and you really have that conviction, it could rise. But these L1s like Solana, Ethereum, XRP, Binance, right? When Bitcoin rises, they're gonna rise. Okay. Now, when you get into those altcoins, right? Like L2s of Solana or L1s that are altcoins that are kind of like trying to make its own thing, that's when you get a little more risky that they might not actually rise like Bitcoin would. I'm gonna head back to Solana. Now that we kind of got a little look at Bitcoin, right? We need to see what Bitcoin's gonna do. Like basically today and probably tomorrow's candle will give us what the information we need. It could take a little longer, but probably by Wednesday we'll have a really good understanding on Wednesday's live stream of what is Bitcoin doing, and then that could give us a really good testament of what Solana is gonna do. So let's head back to Solana. Where is the chat? You not see the chat? Chat is on the stream. People are chatting. Gotta click the chat button on bottom of stream. I don't know if that's helpful. Hopefully that helps him out. Where's the chat button? Sorry, dude. That's the worst. I know X. I will say that about X. X does not really give the best like UI when it comes to like streaming and chatting. Like it does not really give the best UI on that, and kind of sucks. But yeah, it's just not really the best. Oh, someone got in trouble. Streamlabs got someone in trouble for sending a long message. What? Why did Streamlabs do that? Dang, that sucks. I'm gonna take that off. I don't know why Streamlabs did that to him. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm checking on chats and stuff and making sure I'm not missing anybody who's trying to like say something. But thank you guys so much for being here. Right now we have 41 people on X. We've had like 26 people or so come through the TikTok, and then another 6 on YouTube. So like I'm loving it. Like thank you guys so much for supporting me and checking out the streams and watching. Like it really means a lot. But I think Solana here on the 1 hour time frame is actually showing potential opportunity. I want to see what the MACD does here. Like, does it curve up? We got 16 minutes left on this hour candle here on the Heiken Ashi. Because this can be an indication of a little pop, right? A little pop here that it's done already 1, 2 times, and this could be the third little pop that happens. Let me actually look at, let's go lower time frames and see what those are doing. I don't love it on the lower time frames. 15 minutes kind of lame. Whack. About the 5. Ugh, sorry. 5 minute. Looking like it's just a little bit of consolidation. Need some price action. What about the 1 minute? 1 minute is not an area I would like to make a trade on. All right, I'm not really seeing much here. I don't really love what the chart's doing. 1 minute would have been a good opportunity here on this move, right? That would have been the opportunity I would want, this trade. And so now it's doing like retesting the 0. I'd either want it to go down to this white line or this white line, right? When it comes down to the 1 minute. 5 minute, I want to see the 5 minute at this blue line. One of these, which I guess I missed it. They had this test here on the blue, and I missed that. So Now I would want to wait. Looks like the MACD is gonna come up and test this blue line. So that's what I would want to see. That's what I would want to see for a price. But right now it's kind of like in a sideways trade, right? I'd actually probably want to see on the lower time frames. Oh man, sorry. I'd want to see on these lower time frames, like a retest in this support area. See how it's testing that? But I think it might pop. It could. Like right here on the 15 minute, it's kind of like rejecting that little down move right there. Which could mean the 1 hour is correct here and that we actually will, it won't go lower. It actually will, it'll curve back up and hopefully cross the white line here on the MACD. Ooh. I'm gonna be patient. I'm not gonna take a trade right now because nothing for me right now. Why I wouldn't want to take a trade is because I set my indicators for a reason, and they're not hitting my indicators, and so I like to wait when it hits my indicators because when it hits those and I get like 2 or 3 of the indicators all confirming an action, then I like to take a trade. Unstable internet connection, video quality automatically adjusted. What? Fix my internet connection. That's what happens, I guess, when you stream in a garage. I'm in my garage right now. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for more indicators on my charts. Like the 1 hour right now is doing something funky, right? Like it's doing weird. It's I don't like trading with this stuff, right? Or like even when you go into lower time frames like the 5 minute, like I want to see the 5 minute up at this blue line. If I'm on the 1 minute time frame, I want to see the 1 minute at this white line or higher. So I'm nothing's at a place where I'm even comfortable making a trade. So I would rather be patient, get the right indicators, because then when I get my right indicators, I get a much better profit. I get much better profit, and my like stress level with that trade is way less because I know I waited for the right time. So I'm not at a place right now to make a trade. I just don't think the charts are there yet. The indicators are not there. And so I'm going to be patient. I'd rather be patient than rush something, because you don't have to always be in a trade, right? You do not have to always be in a trade. So we'll see what price is doing. In the lower time frames, I want to see what price does on this red box, the support point that price keeps touching, and see if it pops off that red box again, or if we never see that, never see it touch that red box for a while, at least today. But we'll see. Yeah, see, look at that. It's being ugly on the MACD for the 1 minute time frame. Not a fan of what it's showing. Let's see. How's my... All right, we're good. Dude, nice. Love it. I want to share something with you guys that I recently just did. And it's on my website. So as like right now, we have our thesis in regards to Bitcoin and Solana, right? Solana broke out of our weekly pennant. Let's go back to that. Before I move on, let's recap on my technical analysis for Solana and Bitcoin, right? So Solana broke out of our weekly pennant, giving us bullish confirmation. Bitcoin, we need to kind of see in the next day or so to like Wednesday, we'll have good information on what is Bitcoin going to do in that resistance point. Is it going to flip from resistance to support? Or is it going to hold that resistance and maybe push Bitcoin lower, which would maybe indicate that Solana goes a little lower, right? So we're in a place of kind of like waiting on Bitcoin, and then Solana, we had bullish breakout on that weekly pennant, okay? So that's kind of my thesis right now. But I want to show you guys something that I've been working on, and I'm super stoked about. So this is my website. I haven't really showcased my website. I haven't really like done much with it. But I'm starting to get to a point of like wanting to showcase it more, wanting to like actually make cool things for my audience. And so we recently just made some merch. I had a graphic designer create it for me. We have this merch. This was like simple that I made that I'm getting some samples coming to me, but if you guys would want to buy any of these, you're more than welcome. It's like the Soul Maniac merch. Like, I love Soul, right? Only the most Soul Maniacs will wear this stuff. And then you also have this one that I'm really stoked about. This one we actually put a lot of time into, a lot of effort. But you got a hoodie and a t-shirt, and we're gonna create a lot of content around this. We're gonna create some like commercial style ads and whatnot. But we created some Soul Maniac merch. So if you saw our Maniac mobile that we just got, if you haven't seen it, go to my profile. You can check out the Maniac mobile and what that is. So on the front, you got the Soul Maniac with the bus, but then on the back, this is our like design we did, right? So it's Solana summer, right? Solana's back to over $100. Solana's pushing $200, right? Solana summer is here. Solana summer isn't just like a time of the year. It's when Solana's pumping. It's when Solana's healthy. And right now on the site, if you go here, enter your first name and your email, it'll give you a 10% coupon off of our merch. So it'll give you a little discount. So if any of you would like to go buy the Solana summer merch, we literally just got this live on our site, and we would love to have you guys rep it. And if you actually buy it, we got a bunch of colors, right? We got navy blue, we got a charcoal like gray, we got azalea, which is like a pink. This is my favorite one, I think, is sand. Sand's my favorite. Where's the back version of the sand? Sand's my favorite look, I think. I think sand looks the coolest. Really allows the blues and the greens to pop. And then you got white, like a simple white too. Oh, that's hard to see. Oh, let's get away from that. Yeah, but it's live. Right now it's $27 for a t-shirt, but if you get the 10% off, I think it drops it down a couple bucks. I don't know exactly what would that even be. Let's see. $27.69. Multiply by 0.1. So minus $27.69. So it's like a $25 t-shirt if you get the 10% coupon on there right now. But yeah, I'm super stoked for this merch. I'm excited. I hope you guys like it. And I hope you guys actually buy it and rep it, and have fun repping it, because it's it's just a fun design. And we got the other stuff too. Like I really love these shorts. The shorts that we got, I love these things. Like, I think they're so sick. I need to get my pair and start repping them. But I love the shorts that they got. Like, I think it's so sick. But you're gonna see us repping all this stuff soon. We're gonna be ordering it all, getting some stuff for us, probably doing some giveaways too with the merch down the line. But yeah, I'm super stoked to actually get this stuff. But yeah, if you go visit our website, it's soulmaniacservices.com. That's where our stuff is holding. You can contact us if you have any questions, right? Like, even if you had questions like about the content we create, this is why we have this form. So if you're ever like, dude, I need a question answered, put it here. Like, put your name, put your email. The phone number is not required, but if you want to do a phone number, put your comment of your question on what you're asking, and we'd love to help you. Like, this isn't just to contact us for merch or whatever. Like, this is something to help you guys understand the content we're creating, and anything that you have questions on when it comes to like things happening in the Solana ecosystem. So please go visit our site, ask us questions, do whatever. And also, this other service we have is our Solana assistant service. So this is literally like, you can get a private one-on-one call with me, and I will sit down with you personally on a one-on-one call for an hour, and we will talk about whatever it is you want to discuss. If it's meme coins, if it's validators, if it's Solana in general, if it's news, if it's why I'm bullish on Solana, like whatever. if it's my chart setups, like whatever, I'll sit down with you and we will schedule a time to just hang out, chat, and answer questions and help you with Solana and becoming a better trader, becoming a better investor, becoming more educated, and showing you also maybe avenues that you had no idea even exist in the space. So that's the goal of these services that we have. But yeah, this is our site. I kind of want to start showcasing it more and talking about it more. But yeah, I hope this stuff is fun. But yeah, we built it from scratch. And this is just kind of like the beginning of some of the stuff we're creating. We have a lot more we want to do for Solana, for our own brand. Like there's a lot of stuff we want to do. So yeah, go check it out. If you like, at least if you're just like, I just want to go look at it, scroll through it, click about, like go do it. Go visit our website, soulmaniacservices.com. That's the site that's the URL. So you put that in, you'll find it. But yeah, we just got that out. You also find all of our social medias up there, even some of the ones we don't really use much. Like I don't really do Pinterest or Instagram much. Eventually down the line we'll get to using that. I just don't, I'm like so limited on my time that I can spend in places. So really I focus in on YouTube and X. But down the line we do want to start doing like Instagram and much more, where we're building on things like that. But yeah, guys, that's kind of like all I had for you this morning. Got some good TA in. I'm really excited for what's going to happen in the market. I think Wednesday of this week, we're going to have a live stream again, 9 a.m. like we normally do. But I think Wednesday of this week, we're going to see either confirmation. We're going to see confirmation either way on whether Bitcoin is going to go lower or higher, right? On that resistance and support point. Or also for Solana, what is Solana going to do? Did Solana by Wednesday retest the weekly trend line? Is it continue to go higher? Like what is price going to do? And so I think we have a lot of time before, not a lot of time. We have like 2 days to see like what's going to happen in the market, what's going to happen in the space, before we get real confirmation either way of what's going to happen in the market, of further bullish momentum to breaking all-time high on Bitcoin, to breaking back into $200 Solana, or going to have more lower price for an opportunity for just a lower entry, which I'm fine with too. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out on the streams. We had like over 50 people this morning, which is always so shocking for me to have 50 people live hanging out with me, chatting about technical analysis, Solana, and just having a good morning. So that's what I hope you guys do. You have a great morning today. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Make sure you're watching the charts to see what's going on with Bitcoin and Solana these next 2 days before we do our live stream on Wednesday. But I think some really cool stuff is coming very soon. But guys, have a great rest of your Monday, and I will see you all on Wednesday at 9 a.m.